welcome to the Grand Hyatt, one of the top rated resorts in Hawaii. This property is on 52 acres and the grounds here are just gorgeous. We have spent 2 days here.
3 days, 2 nights.
3 days, 2 nights. It feels like shorter. And we hilariously arrived in our rent-a-wreck a couple of days ago. We are in our rent-a-wreck and we are headed to a 5-star resort.
They're totally gonna judge us.
They're gonna judge us. It's okay. It is our last hurrah in Hawaii. We are headed back to the mainland in a couple days and we said, let's cash in some points, go to one of the best resorts on Kauai. We are headed to the Grand Hyatt Resort to have ourselves a grand old time. When we got here, we were greeted by leis and we even got complimentary champagne because it's still our honeymoon and a upgrade to a deluxe ocean view. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh. Hell.
We have a balcony.
Yes.
Complete with the
king
table.
size bed.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all.
This is a massive TV. This is like a 70-inch TV.
Freaking view. I can't get the door open. Here we go. Check this.
Holy shit.
You better believe we're about to pop champagne right here. This is unfreaking believable.
So you might be wondering how much this hotel costs. And in fact, it is very, very pricey. Average basic rooms end up costing in the neighborhood of $400 to $600 a night. And on top of that, there is a daily resort charge that's $42 a night that's tacked onto your bill. This is before you include any of the extras that you might have while staying here, aka food, beverages, drinks, cabanas, you name it. There's all kinds of extra perks that can be included. Now normally we wouldn't spring for a hotel like this. However, it actually turned out to be an excellent point redemption. We were able to get our room booked for 25,000 points per night. Now we don't have excellent Hyatt status, but what we do have is the Hyatt credit card. That affords 5-night credits a year that count towards status. That gets us the Discover status, which in this case helped us to get an upgrade and 2 p.m. late checkout complimentary. So by having the credit card, we were really able to maximize and again, get a little bit extra out of our stay in addition to the point rental. Now, what you may or may not know as well is with Hyatt, when you book a hotel on points, that actually includes the resort fee as well. So whereas for the nights that we were here, a room would have cost $450 per night plus the $42 in resort fees for a total of approximately $500, the 25,000 points actually counted for that entire total. So again, 50,000 points translated to essentially $1,000 in spend had we actually directly purchased the room. Now, one thing we should call attention to, from what we've seen on the property, there are some rooms that really don't offer the best views. There's many rooms that have a view of the pool, but even some that face forward and you might be staring at the parking lot. Now, for $450, really $500 a night, to be honest, I don't know if that would have been worth it. In our case, we were very fortunate that because of the status with the credit card and the fact that it is technically still our honeymoon, we were very lucky to get upgraded to a deluxe ocean view room. That view has been absolutely spectacular and 100% worth it, especially considering that it was a redemption of points. So just be warned that if the hotel is crowded and you don't get a guaranteed upgrade by any stretch, we could have easily been in the same situation. It might not be as fulfilling of an experience. Nonetheless, we've absolutely enjoyed our time here, and the grounds of the hotel are absolutely stunning. There's an amazing pool, including a saltwater lagoon that's up right against the beach, So you can go to the beach, you can go to the saltwater lagoon that has imported sand, you can go to the pool, and of course there's also an adults only pool, which is where we spent the entire day yesterday. If that wasn't enough, there's an awesome water slide.
So along with these beautiful grounds comes some of the best service we've had in a long time. The people here are extremely helpful, very kind, and really just seem to enjoy working here. We kicked off yesterday and today with breakfast. I tried to save us some money by baking these breakfast cookies. It was a recipe I never tried.
It didn't
It
work.
was disgusting. I couldn't even swallow my bite. I spit it out. So it kind of ended up being a blessing in disguise. Definitely more expensive, but the breakfast here was great, and it was with a fantastic view. And then on our first night here, we also got reservations at Tide Pools, which the food was nothing to write home about, but the ambiance is where it's at. All in all, this resort is amazing. They truly go above and beyond to give you the 5-star experience. It is a 5-star resort, so it really does make a lot of sense. This place is absolutely beautiful, and I imagine it's a little tougher when it's more crowded. Kauai did just reopen a couple days ago, but especially if you have the points, this is an excellent spot to spend just a couple of nights while you're here on Kauai. Especially if you want something a little bit more special, just like we did to ring out the end of our Hawaii experience for our travel. It is quite family friendly. There's a lot of kids around, but like we mentioned, there is that adults only pool, which is pretty great. And a lot of these restaurants and lounges are going to be opening back up pretty soon here, allowing you for a few more options. So I would say that this resort from us is definitely a thumbs up, excellent experience, and definitely worth the point value. Not entirely sure it would be worth the cash.
However, if you were splurging on a cash purchase and you ended up in a basic room, that might leave a little bit more to be desired, at least from your in-room experience for that matter.
But the grounds are unbeatable. This place is amazing, and we really had a spectacular time. This was the perfect way to wrap up our Hawaii experience. Next time you see us, we're not gonna be in Hawaii anymore, but coming up next is a really fun adventure that we are really looking forward to. It's totally different than what we're doing now. We have been beachside luxury condos for 3 months. We are moving into an RV. We've never done this before. We've literally never stayed in an RV in our lives. Have you?
No.
Never, not one time. So this is gonna be really fun and interesting. And we want to bring you along for the ride, of course. We'll be doing lots of hiking, lots of adventures, and of course a bunch of playing around in the RV. So hit that subscribe button and you can follow us on the next leg of our adventure.